Namaste, dear friends. We are exploring in this moment a series of videos on the topic of conserving prana within our system as presented by great yogis like Maharishi Yajñavalkya. And today we are in the second video of this series of 5. And today I would like to present to you one more lifestyle choice that you can make that will conserve your prana. And this is creating healthy relationships. I am not only talking here about a romantic relationship, but I'm also talking about generally healthy relationships of people who form part of our life. Let's take this in two different dimensions. First, let us take the concept of relationship, commitment to a relationship. So when we make such a commitment, the first thing we need to understand is that we make a commitment to appropriate people in our life rather than toxic people in our life. So when we make choices of friendships or of a romantic partner or the kind of people we want to spend time with in our life, whether it's work or elsewhere, we need to make sure that the persons we spend the majority of our time with are non-toxic people. Non-toxic to us. Somebody may be toxic to us but need not be toxic to somebody else, and that is where discernment comes, because no person is just generally toxic to everybody. There is always somebody for somebody who is appropriate. So this is where we need to make the choice, and we have to evaluate ourselves to see, when I spend time with this person, do I feel my energy depleted, or do I feel my energy sustained, or even better, nourished? Now, when we feel depleted constantly with somebody, then that is a toxic relationship. Now, it's possible that one day we may feel drained caring for somebody, but generally we don't feel that way. That's okay, that's an exceptional day. But if on a general trend, when we spend time with somebody, whether it's a friend or an employer or an employee or a colleague at work or our romantic partner or family members, if our energy is getting drained, that is not an appropriate relationship, because that's going to suck the prana out of us. And that is basically, literally, what the yogi said, prana is not within our system. So we need to ensure that we need to have these non-toxic relationships in the majority of our life. We cannot avoid toxic people completely. It could be a family member who may be a toxic person, or it could be a client that we are dealing with who may be toxic. And for the purposes of business or for the purposes of social harmony, we may have to live with such toxic people in our lives. But we don't need to engage with them more than necessary, and that is the discernment we should start having. So that's the first thing, is the choice of non-toxic relationships in our life. And the second thing, which is very important in relationship that conserves prana, is what I would call fidelity or loyalty, what Patanjali calls brahmacharya. We don't need to have 500 low quality friends with whom we spend superficial conversations, with whom we spend non-honest conversations where it's just depleting. But it's okay to just have a few quality friends with whom we have an open interaction, a nourishing interaction, and a purposeful interaction. And this applies in the same way to fidelity in relationship. It's not necessary to have multiple romantic partners, because that's going to drain energy as well. We really can't be loving so many people at the same depth in our lives, because connection from the heart is something very deep, and it cannot happen with so many people. So we need to engage with quality relationship in a romantic level as well, and one is more than enough. So just because we have fear of missing out from other partners, we should not keep searching for more romantic partners just because we want to have fun or variety, or it's boring, or we're going to miss out. The same way with friendships, loyalty is more important than having many superficial friends who are just there on happy occasions. So these two important aspects of being in a non-toxic relationship and having a deep and loyal relationship with those who are close to us is yet another way prana can be conserved. That's where the yogis in the ancient times talked about the concept of satsanga. Form a close sangha with people with whom you can be yourself. And this is another way to sustain our prana, my dear friends, and conserve it within our system rather than disperse it in multiple arenas. So please reflect about this and reevaluate how you relate with other people with this thought in mind. Namaste, my dear friend. Namaste friends, I am Kausthub Desikachar of the Viniyoga tradition, and I'm very glad that you've come this far in the video. If you have come this far, it means you really like and appreciate our videos, and let us know how you feel about it through comments below. Let us also know that you appreciate it by giving us a thumbs up and also clicking the notification icon so that we will be inspired to produce more free and valuable content like this, and we let the community grow. So please subscribe to us so that the algorithms pick our videos in a much better manner. And thank you for sharing these videos through your social networks so that it reaches as many people as possible. This is the best way we can do to share nice content with our close friends and our students and other people who we care about. And be safe and be happy and be healthy as we are going through very difficult times, but let us remain connected to our heart with hope and Shraddha. Namaste.